This is a tutorial for Triangle Quick Step. This is a brand new tool for making half square and quarter square triangles from strips with no measuring. This is a slotted tool. There are vertical slots throughout this tool here, and it has horizontal markings for your strip size, and we're going to make triangles that finish a ½ inch smaller than your strip size. Now, we're going to be drawing lines through these slots, and I like to use either mechanical pencil or the Soline fabric pencil or the friction heat erasable pens. And it's as simple as putting this on your strip of fabric and drawing lines through the slots. I've got a 2½ inch strip here, and so I'm going to draw a line through the vertical slot that corresponds to that strip size, through the diagonal slot and at the edge of the tool, and then I rotate this over. Just flip it over to the back side and line up the edge of your tool with this line you drew. Now draw a line through the diagonal and again through the 2½ inch line, and then go back to the original position. The 2½ inch slot is over the line you marked. Draw through your diagonal and again at the edge of your tool, and then rock it to the back side and just continue going. Now once your strip is marked, you're going to pair that with another fabric underneath and sew a ½ inch on each side of your diagonal lines. It's all there is to it. Now cut it apart. Every drawn line becomes a cut line. So cut, 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 and you will have half square triangles. Now this is a different triangle unit. The only thing that I did differently was piece one of my strips. It's marked, sewn, and cut, cut, cut the same, but look what happens to your triangle unit. That's how I did this star. And that's also how I did those units. It's the same unit makes up those blocks. Now this is a different unit here. The only difference is both of your strips are pieced. Now if that's not enough fun, you can also do quarter square triangles. These are marked exactly the same way that I showed you before. The difference is you only sew 2 seams this time. A ½ inch along both of the long edges, the entire length of your strip, so you've made a tube. Then come back and cut, cut, cut it apart on every drawn line, and you will have 24 of those from those 2 seams. Then you can also piece those strips and get this quarter square triangle with 3 fabrics, or piece the top and the bottom and get this unit. You can also do dimensional flying geese, and these are done from a strip as well. You make a little fabric sandwich. The instructions tell you how to do that. You draw just the vertical lines using the slots in your tool, and then sew a ½ inch on the right side of that drawn line. Now come back and cut, cut, cut it apart on every drawn line. You will have a rectangle, so trim that back to a square. Whatever your strip size is, just make it a square. Now you can peek. Open this back. Take this extended tip, bring it to the center position, flare out your edges, and you have dimensional flying geese. Or you can also put a pin at a ½ inch, roll it back, and now you've got the curved edge like a cathedral window. And the last thing I'll show you is dimensional kites. These are also a dimensional unit, and this is the only time where we don't sew first. We're going to draw the individual triangles, cut them apart individually. I need 2 triangles and a folded square that's going to be sandwiched in this seam. Once you sew that seam, you bring this back, you grab the extended tip to this the piece that's sandwiched in the middle, bring it to this position, flare it out, and you've got dimensional kites. That's Triangle Quick Step.